Okay, can I start my talk? My name is Kenji from Kyoto University. I'm a PhD student, and this is my talk in the Bangkok. And yeah, this is just kind of my self-introduction, and maybe you will see what I'm doing and what kind of person I am. So maybe, and it's a little bit boring compared to Charles' presentation. That is a kind of very old-fashioned way of studying. So, but it's, yeah, I think you will have some ideas and some opinions about me. So let me start it. My title is Manas as the First Evolute in the account of creation in Mahābhārata 12.224-225. Introduction. According to the account of creation in classical Sāṁkhya philosophy as taught in the Sāṁkhya Karika, Buddhi arises from the Prakriti, and the Ahankara arises from Buddhi, and the Manas and physical principles arise from awareness. And on the other hand, early Sāṁkhya philosophy, as recorded in the Mahābhārata, do not necessarily have this set of three spiritual principles, and different theories are advocated by various figures. And this is my topic, and what is the spiritual entities in creation theories is my own topic. And this presentation focuses on one of such early Sāṁkhya accounts of creation in Mahābhārata in these chapters. I briefly review how previous researchers have interpreted the process of creation in this account, and I will show that only Manas is involved in the creation as a spiritual entity, providing an update to the Hakka's interpretation. Then, I shall demonstrate that the concept of Manas in these chapters can be regarded as Janus phases in the history of the Sāṁkhya philosophies, in that facing towards both the past and the future. What I mean is that this creation account is based on its preceding Vedic ritualistic speculation in that Manas represents the will of the creator. At the same time, Manas is reinterpreted in terms of causality and property. The discussion concerning these two aspects come to be a central topic in later classical Sāṁkhya philosophy. So, please go to the next page. And section 2 is a little bit boring section, so maybe I can. Yeah, this is what I was. This was what I was concerned in the in my master's thesis, and it has, yeah. If you take a look, that it would be a very boring section. So maybe just skip to page 3, 2.4 solution. That you just see the.
Just skip the problem.
Yeah. That's my supervisor said that this is the most boring part of your presentation. So
supervisor?
My supervisor is Jvālana in Kyoto. So even my supervisor finds it boring. But you know that this chapter has been studied by Jvālana or Lupin or Hakka and Japanese scholars Motegi and Inoue. So this is very important and very famous chapter. So, and according to the critical creation, that there are a lot of problems, and my master's thesis was how to reconstruct the textual layers of the portion, but I'm now working on it, and maybe in the future I will make it presentation, but now I'm more concerned with the content. So please see the section 2.4 on the page 3. My conclusion is that the creation process is just Manas here. That there are some controversy about Manas is whether identified with Mahābhārata or not, and I discussed these kind of things in this chapter, solution 2. And there are many problems in this chapter, so I'm going to leave the detailed analysis for my future researches. So this is a kind of escape. So the part 3 is my main talk. So everyone who has ever learned some basic Sāṁkhya philosophy has wondered why Manas or Buddhi Ahankara comes first before the physical principle. So that is my question, and so I'm going to give an answer by historical analysis. So the function of Manas in Vedic creation accounts. Manas plays a prominent role in Vedic creation accounts too. To summarize some important points with the help of Konda, Manas represents the creator's desires or intention or impulse to create this world. That's famous Rigveda 10.129, that karma karma is it seems to be identified with manas. And for example, in the Thai of Mana, that it says that the creator Mano Kurute, that he made a decision and manas appears. So this primarily represents the creator's desire. And manas is also associated with the theory of creation from the primal chaotic state. In the Shatapatha Brahmana 10.5.3, this is very a commentary to the Rig Veda 10.129. Manas is characterized as the manifest and the unmanifest. The state qualified as the manifest and the unmanifest refers to the initial stage of creation in which manas is still unmanifest, less defined, and less consolidated. This is a translation from some passages, and less conceivable in a definite shape, but pregnant with the sign of manifestation of this word. So I'm going to discuss about the continuity of the concept and innovation. So the continuity of this concept of manas. So the account in this chapter is also associated manas with the creator's intention to perform creation. So manaha srishtim vikrute chodhyamanan sisrikshaya. You see the desiderative of sisrich. So manas transforms the creation, being urged by the creator's desire to create. So manas, being the intention of the creator, comes into being first in creation process. So 3.3, reinterpreting manas in terms of causality and property. So the account does not merely echo its predecessors. It offers a fresh insight from the viewpoint of causality and property. The insight comes from the process subsequent to the production of manas. So please go to the next page. So the text says, Akashan jayate tasmat tasya shabdo gno matha. From it, here it is manas. Ether comes into being. Its property is considered to be sound. And verses 36 to 38 explains, in this way, there arise from ether wind, from wind light, from light water, and from water ether, successively. Their properties are considered to be touch, form, taste, and smell, respectively. And Gnaha Purvasya Purvasya Prapunubanti Uttaro Uttam Teshan Yata Vittam Yatyat Tat Tat Tavat Gnam Smritam. The properties of previous entities each the succeeding entities. Each entity, tradition tells us, possesses the same number of properties as its ranking in the series. So this translation is not so clear, so maybe you will see the chart one. In this way, the property of the prior entity is inherited by the posterior entities. In other words, the prior entity has the property that the following ones have in common. Therefore, sound, which is the property of ether, exists in all the 5 elements. So this is a kind of classical view on of yoga and on the qualities and the Mahābhāratas. So the question is whether manas is included in this hierarchy of the 5 elements or not. So yeah, this chapter is very famous for this early attestation of this relation with quality and 5 elements. And you see that the usage of guna is not the sattva, rajas, tamas, just quality, and which tells that this is very archaic and not so Sāṁkhya.